Want to know which chewing gum stock is going to last a little longer?
How about finding out which airline is coming out of the clouds?
Or maybe you'd like to find out the new ETF on today's High Five list.
If you want to learn the names behind all these stories and so much more, then stay tuned to this Tuesday's edition of Locate Stock TV.
Hello everyone out there in Locate Land, and welcome to the show on this first day in May. I'm Christy Rossetti.
And I'm Maria Pastori. Well, yesterday was the last trading day in April, and it was the Dow Jones Industrial Average's best month in 4 years. The Dow surged a total of 5.7% in April, which was the biggest percentage gain since April 2003.
The gain is due in large part to the steady stream of first quarter earnings that were stronger than analysts predicted. And we'll have more details on just who reported earnings in a moment. But first, here's a recap on the trading day yesterday.
The Dow fell 58 points after reaching a new trading high of 13,162.6. And broader stock indicators also fell further on Monday. The Nasdaq dropped 32 points while the S&P 500 index gave up 12. And light sweet crude fell 75 cents to settle at $65.71 per barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange on Monday.
Tyson Foods, the world's largest meat company, announced on Monday that it swung to a profit of $68 million in the latest quarter. Tyson had lost $127 million, or 37 cents per share, in the same period a year ago.
Tyson had sales of $6.5 billion for the fiscal second quarter compared with $6.3 billion just a year before. The company also revised its earning guidance for the fiscal year, saying it expects a profit of 65 cents to 90 cents per share as opposed to the previous profit estimate of 50 cents to 80 cents per share.
Radio Shack and W.M. Wrigley Jr. also posted strong first quarter profits. Radio Shack rose $1.35 or 5%, while Wrigley jumped $3.83 or 7% in Monday's session.
We'll return in just a moment to let you know who are among some of Monday's first quarter losers.
And just after that, you'll find out the details behind all of today's High Five stocks. But first, here's your local weather forecast with Maria Pastori.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Maria Pastori with your weather forecast for this Tuesday, May 1st. You can expect a mix of sun and clouds this morning with a 50% chance of showers this afternoon. Temperatures for today should reach a spring-like 65. Not quite as beautiful as yesterday, but with yesterday 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts slowing down to a breezy 5 to 10 miles per hour, we are sure to have an equally beautiful day until those pesky showers return this afternoon. I hope you remembered your umbrellas today like your good weather friend Maria reminded you yesterday, because there is 30% chance of rain for your evening commute. And by sundown tonight at 7:52 p.m., expect some nasty thunderstorms to begin and continue overnight. Keep that umbrella handy too, because tomorrow's morning commute should bring more rain, with golf courses still underwater from last week, and overnight and morning accumulation totals should be reaching a half an inch. It doesn't look like there's any hope for John's golf game to get any better in the near future. Sorry, Johnny. I want to wish a sunny Tuesday morning hello to our director, Jeanette, who is on vacation this week. Guys, don't expect today's temperatures to reach the all-time high of 87 degrees set back in 2001, but you can expect the hottest high five yet. Coming up right after this. I'm Maria Pastori. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Verizon, one of the 30 Dow stocks, reported that its first quarter profit fell 8.4% to $1.5 billion, but revenue rose 17%. Results beat predictions. Verizon rose 29 cents to $38.18 on the New York Stock Exchange on Monday.
Meanwhile, Hilton Hotels reported a 9% decline in first quarter profit due to the cost of renovations at a New York property. Earnings dipped to $95 million or 23 cents per share from $104 million or 26 cents per share during the same period a year ago.
The hotel operator also lowered its year earning and revenue outlook. Sounds like it might be a good time for another scandalous publicity stunt from Mr. Hilton's daughter.
Seriously, where's Paris when you need her? Shares of Hilton Hotels fell $1.32 to close at $34 on the New York Stock Exchange on Monday.
In other corporate news on Monday, the German stock exchange Deutsche Börse confirmed that it has agreed to buy the U.S. options exchange ISE for $2.8 billion in cash. ISE surged $30 or 46% on the New York Stock Exchange yesterday.
Delta Airlines emerged from bankruptcy on Monday after surviving a hostile takeover bid over the past 19 months.
Delta, the third largest U.S. airline, emerges as a leaner carrier after cutting capacity and about $1 billion in labor costs. During the restructuring, the airline also added more than 60 international routes to escape brutal low-fare competition in the U.S.
Those are this Tuesday's business news headlines out of the Locate Stock newsroom.
Stay tuned to find out today's most difficult to borrow stocks. Coming up next in the High Five segment with Joey Coffee and John Tobacco. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to this morning's High Five along with your daily dose of coffee and tobacco. I'm Joe Coffee.
And I'm John Tobacco. Good morning to everyone out there, and good morning to you,
Good
Joe.
morning, Johnny.
It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and I just want to point out before going into today's High Fives, the Free the Fan has-beens beat the Balco Pharmaceutical Juice Bags last night in ASA softball action, 8-5, and it was a big win for the has-beens. It's a big office rivalry. Kicking off today's High Five is Avenir Corp. So our viewers can get a sense of where this small cap stock stands today. The biopharmaceutical company first appeared on our High Five list the week before last, and our Locate Stock short sellers pounced on shares of Avenir on April 18th, Joe, when the company announced positive results of a drug in patients with diabetes. Avenir has since settled down a bit, down about 31%, and the stock did gain back 7% of that 31% in yesterday's session on the NASDAQ.
The almighty Hercules Offshore is the number 4 High Five this Tuesday. Shares of HERO rose 2.3% on Monday after the oilfield services company posted first quarter results that beat expectations. The company earned $33.4 million or $1.03 a share on revenue of $110.5 million.
Wow.
Analysts were only expecting earnings of 84 cents a share on revenue of $105.8 million. So
Wow.
it's good stuff.
The last time we talked about Hercules, we were talking about how they continue to beat expectations, and they are earning their name of Hercules, and I always think of Eddie Murphy when I think of Hercules. Hercules. Taking the number 3 spot this Tuesday is a brand new ETF to pop up on our High Five list, and we love the ETFs. They're always showing up in our High Five, Joe. But today we have the iShares Xinhua China Index, and trades under the ticker symbol FXI on the New York Stock Exchange, and is considered to be the benchmark for foreign investment in Chinese markets. FXI was also the best performing ETF of all ETFs in 2006. It was up 84% on the year. That was a big year. Though FXI fell 20% in the worldwide sell-off in late February, the stock is now right around where it ended last year, and we can expect probably to see some more Xinhua on the High Five.
Well, making its debut on the show today is the Chinese internet giant, a Google rival, Baidu.com. Baidu.com posted first quarter earnings per share of 32 cents versus analysts' 12 cents. Meanwhile, revenues rose 103%, reflecting a strong market for online search advertising in China and market share gains. Short sellers sent shares of Baidu down on the NASDAQ on Monday by $3.
Okay, there's a lot of China popping up. And emerging in the number 1 spot since mid last week is the iShares Emerging Markets Index. Shares of EEM gave up 2% on the Amex yesterday, Joe.
And for those of you who didn't catch the entire segment of the show, I'm going to read it for you one more time, the High Five lineup for this Tuesday. Pharmaceutical company Avenir, Hercules Offshore, the iShares China Index, Baidu.com, and the ever so popular iShares Emerging Markets Index. Thanks for being with us today, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good one.